My name is Chuck Tillis, serving as chair today. My colleagues are Ms. Stapleton and Mr. Prater. Our remote location is at Wichita Parish. Would you state your name and DOC number, please, Mr. Ivan?
My name is Ivan Edison Stroud. My DOC number is 487984.
I'm going to read some charges that we have, and you can plead guilty, not guilty, or guilty and not guilty with a statement. You failed to restrain from criminal activities. You were arrested on February 18, 2024 for the offense of domestic abuse battery. On June 24, 2024, you pled guilty to an amendment charge of a criminal mischief. How do you plead guilty or not guilty?
I plead to the criminal mischief, sir. I plead to the criminal mischief due to the fact he told me
just guilty or not guilty. We'll let you explain later.
Guilty.
Guilty with the state. You want to plead guilty with the statement?
Yes, sir.
You have an arrearment of $567 and have not made a payment since the beginning of being on supervision. How do you plead guilty or not guilty, or guilty with the statement?
I plead guilty with a statement, sir.
Mr. Prater is handling your case. Mr. Prater, you may proceed.
Yes,
you were paroled on September of 2023, and 5 months later, you were arrested for domestic violence, and you're charged for, or I think you're charged 2 or 3 times for domestic violence against the same person, but then you pled to a reduced charge of disturbing the peace. Is that correct?
No, sir. No, sir.
Tell me what I got wrong.
That I got charged with the same person. I never been in a relationship with her, sir. This is our first relationship ever with being together, but that's ended quick due to this charge, sir.
Okay. Well, what I meant by that was that 3 times your girlfriend, the one that you were having this relationship with, 3 different times she says you battered her. One time let's see, one day you did it. The next, she says you hit her in the face. The next time was on the neighbor's porch. And the next time was in the bedroom right after that. So we're talking about a 2-day period. Bedroom while you were looking for your charger. An 11-year-old was present. Also, did any of that happen?
No, sir. None of that happened, sir. That's it. But only thing they did get from the court was a video footage of the org. That's why they broke it down to criminal mischief. With this public, this is a jealous was a jealous relationship. Spouse jealous of the other spouse.
Jealousy, huh?
So that's the reason I got domestic battery. But depended on me due to jealousy. But I had just started working, sir. This is the reason why I'm 500 in the real. I just had started working, and I'm trying to help her and my kids for Christmas. But due to the real, while I'm in the real, I was just trying to get back on my feet, get on my feet, give me a house, get the house going, give me something going in my life.
Okay, well let's keep talking about the domestic violence thing. Did you ever hit this lady?
No, sir. No,
not
sir.
At all.
Not
Never
at all,
did.
sir.
And
Never did.
What caused her to lie about this?
What caused her to lie about this? When due to having another female to come pick me up at the recreation center away from the house. And the girl seen me get in a car with another female and told her mom.
And that's all it was?
That's all it was.
Just a misunderstanding?
Yes, sir.
Did she ever drop the charges?
The charges got amended in court due to the video.
But did she ever file a statement saying this didn't happen?
She filed something. I don't know what she filed, but she filed something.
Okay. And tell me about this video.
The video footage showing what she said on the neighbor porch, and it was supposed to be in front of the neighbor house. It just shows we in a community that argued. Really disturbing the peace. That's really what it was, sir. But that's really, he was like, it was a verbal argument, no hands, nothing, nobody touching nobody, nothing like that. That's why the judge dropped it to criminal mischief.
even though it's criminal mischief, do you not feel like that's a violation of your parole?
I was
And
told.
I'm let me interrupt you a second. I don't mean technically or legally a violation of your parole, but don't you think that you got out of jail and you're to abide by all these rules like the rest of us, and then having the police called on something that you're involved in, do you not see something wrong with that?
Sir, I seen a lot wrong with it, sir, when the police were called, but I was due to me not being on the scene of the crime. That's the reason why, like the law say, like the police say, doing when he pulled up and I went there for to get this taken care of all in one day. That's the reason he really charged me and put the vow because make us go in front of the court of the state court due to domestic battery because it seemed like I ran away from the scene. But I'm not knowing that she called the laws till I get picked up.
Okay. Did she have any marks on her face?
She didn't have no mark. She didn't have no hospital report or none of that. Saying that she been bruised or hit or none of that.
Okay. All right, that's all I got.
Ms. Stapleton, do you have any questions?
Okay, just to follow up on Mr. Prater, according to the police report, the officers did observe the victim with a swollen nose because she had said that you hit her in the face. And so they did observe marks on her.
They
And
said,
it's in the police report.
Miss Stapleton, they did say up in court that they observed, but due to the judge and DA, that she didn't have no hospital report to say.
She don't have to. When a policeman says that, that's an affidavit. They don't have to go to the hospital. Now, the DA does not have to press charges, but the law enforcement officer has to tell the truth as they see it. And so that's what we're reading here. So that's all I have to say about that. That's my only question or statement.
Yes, ma'am.
I have no questions. Is the panel ready to vote?
Yes, sir. Well,
What
yes,
about
sir, I'm ready.
the statement, sir?
Yeah, your statement? Yes, sir. Go ahead. Oh, yeah, that, Mr. Chairman.
Sure.
Mr. Chairman, Mr. Statement, Peterson, I had came home September the 12th, 2023. It took me a couple months to get a job, sir. So due to me getting a job and trying to do better with my life, and then I had got a job from Monroe City at General Labor, sir. Doing me getting a job and trying to do better with my life, this road blockage, this stumble block came in my way. But like the like my parole officer, the one I signed in for parole, he said don't get in no trouble and don't get in any toxic relationship. I ain't knew this relationship had grew to be toxic within this little period of time. Till I started seeing that everything was about a money issue when she started seeing the little paychecks come in and seeing me doing for my children and her kid, but I'm doing more for mine. That's when it started. That's what we had with it today. That's the reason why I'm in jail today.
Thank you. Is that it?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Prater or Ms. Stapleton, do y'all have any questions after this?
I don't.
Okay, are you ready to vote?
Let me ask you one thing. Did y'all get in an argument the day before this?
I only recall one argument, sir. And that's the argument they got on video. We ain't never got no argument the day before this. I called when I left from the house that day on the video over the phone. When she called my phone, had this girl picking you up in my house and whoop the wop this, that. Come get your clothes, I'm putting you out and this and that and other. All right, cool, fine. But arguing in the street the day before, no, sir.
Okay, and that night when y'all argued on the neighbor's front porch, why were y'all on the neighbor's front porch?
Because it's an apartment complex, sir. The neighbor really live next door. It's the houses together, duplex house in front of the neighbor though.
Why'd you go over there though?
I'm telling them just come get my stuff. That's it. Man, you can come get my clothes and stuff. But I know what I should have did. I should have had a sheriff officer as a Monroe City city marshal officer come get my clothes for me.
Yeah, sure. That would have been some good thinking. So y'all getting this heated exchange outside that is enough to where the police, the judge and the DA agree that that's disturbing the peace, right?
Disturbing the peace by verbal disturbing.
Right.
Disturbing the peace.
And then you end up, after that, you go inside the house with her, correct?
No, I ain't going. I never went inside the house with her. I never went. She brought my clothes to the front door. She
What
brought my
about
clothes.
you never went in there to get your charger?
No, sir. I never went in her house, sir. She wouldn't even allow me to go back in her house.
Well, this is definitely a he said, she said deal.
He say, she say deal.
Yeah. Okay, I'm ready to vote.
Mr. Prater?
It's are you ready to vote, Mr. Chairman?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. I'm going to due to the short period of time that he was out and the fact that he didn't make wise decisions here, and I think there's more to it than what, according to the victim, and there's enough there in the surrounding, there's enough smoke there to think there's some fire, so I'm voting to revoke.
Ms. Stapleton?
Yes, I agree with Mr. Prater. I do believe that the domestic violence situation, because I saw where earlier in December, they were called out again for a domestic violence situation there, where they did see once again her face was swollen. So for those reasons, I vote to revoke also.
My vote also is to concur. And Mr. Ivan, your revocation has been revoked, and this concludes our business for the day.